Hi, this is Audrey Whittington with Realtor.com, and we're going to be talking about economic insights with Chief Economist Danielle Hale. Now, about a housing bubble, let's talk about just really those two words, which I actually think can be a bit inflammatory.
Yes, they can be. I think that was how we described the market in
what was it, 08?
Well, I guess the peak was probably between 2005 and 2007,
right,
and then
there you go.
Sort of the crash after that.
Yeah, I bought a house in the crash, so you know.
Like when prices are down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good time to buy. So yes, prices have increased now steadily for the last few years. So a lot of people are looking at the market now and saying, we keep seeing prices go up and up and up. Are we there again? And the answer, I would say, is the lending environment is really different this time around.
Oh, that's a great point.
There's not as much mortgage activity now as there was back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the leverage that was in the market then helped, keep home prices rising. Underwriting has totally changed. So
yeah, that's right.
The amount of documentation that's required for buyers in today's market is very different, and that should help make sure that people can actually pay their mortgage. That's an important thing that didn't happen in the last run-up in home prices that we saw. And I know that question, it's a tough one because people hesitate. If they think we're in a housing bubble, they want to stay away from the housing market. And I think that, that can kind of be a disservice, because then you're missing out on prices today, and you're missing out on lower mortgage rates, and maybe you'll see higher mortgage rates in the future. I think, from the perspective of buyers, it's difficult to know in advance, but I can tell you a lot of the indicators are different this time around. We don't have rampant overbuilding that we had last time, in addition to some of those mortgage characteristics. That said, housing is expensive, and it can be difficult to save up enough for a down payment and looking at that monthly payment. But I would say, if you can find a home that fits your needs and your wants and also fits your budget, and still have some savings left over, so that if times get rough, you have something to rely on, then I think it's a good time to buy a home.
I agree. I think now is as good a time as any, and I think furthermore, there is no perfect time to buy a home, and I think sitting around and waiting really doesn't do the economy any service.
Yes, that's true too.
Thank you. That was super helpful and super informative. And thank you for joining us with Economic Insights with Danielle Hale and Audrey Whittington at Realtor.com. Please check out some of our other videos.